144p. 144p is an ultra-low resolution consisting of 144 vertical pixels, typically rendered in a 4:3 192x144 or 16:9 256x144 aspect ratio. The resulting image is heavily blurred, pixelated, and fine details or text are completely unreadable. In today's high-speed internet era, it feels like an ancient relic, yet it still serves an essential purpose. YouTube and various messaging apps deploy 144p when cellular data signals are extremely weak or unstable. Its primary mission is to maintain uninterrupted audio playback and provide basic visual context while consuming the absolute bare minimum of a user's data plan. 240p. 240p is another legacy mobile video format, usually featuring a resolution of 320x 240 or 426x 240 pixels. Compared to 144p, this standard offers slightly more stable outlines for large objects, though the overall image remains highly distorted and muddy. During the early days of mobile web browsing and physical key feature phones, 240p was the default choice for online video consumption. Today, streaming platforms automatically drop to this level when network speeds plummet, keeping the stream alive without buffer freezes. It remains a reliable fallback option in poor coverage zones for listening to lectures or casual podcasts. 360p. 360p, typically 640x 360 pixels, represents the baseline resolution of the early broadband internet era. This specific format was the original default standard for the classic YouTube desktop media player in the late 2000s. On older computer monitors or compact smartphone displays, a 360p video looks reasonably acceptable. Users can easily distinguish faces, large text, and broad camera angles. While detail is sparse and the image degrades significantly on larger modern screens, 360p currently serves as a reliable sweet spot for users managing strict data limits or slow connections, balancing basic readability with data conservation. 480p. 480p 854 x 480 pixels is widely known as standard definition, or SD. It represents the traditional quality benchmark of classic DVD discs and old analog television broadcasts. At this level, the picture looks noticeably cleaner, color separation improves, and digital compression artifacts become far less distracting on laptop screens or mid-sized tablets. For decades, 480p stood as the golden standard for home entertainment. Today, it serves as the minimum comfortable resolution for consuming content where visual spectacle isn't critical, such as conversational vlogs, talk shows, news broadcasts, or educational tutorials. 720p, 1280x 720 pixels marks the official entry point into high definition, commonly referred to as HD. The introduction of this format sparked a massive visual revolution across the tech industry. Images gain sharp contours, clothing textures become visible, and fine text within videos becomes effortlessly readable. The 720p standard is highly optimized for streaming on budget smartphones and tablets because it offers a crisp viewing experience without overworking mid-range processors or requiring high-speed fiber internet. For many casual viewers, this format remains perfectly sufficient for watching television shows on the go. 1080p. 1080p 1920x 1080 pixels, widely branded as Full HD, is currently the most popular and universally adopted display standard in the world. The vast majority of modern computer monitors, televisions, smartphones, and consumer cameras are natively built around this resolution. A Full HD picture appears sharp, vibrant, and highly detailed even on larger displays. It beautifully captures facial expressions, complex backgrounds, and fast-paced gaming action. Full HD became the industry benchmark because it delivers excellent visual fidelity while maintaining manageable file sizes for efficient editing, storage, and smooth streaming. 2K. 2K, commonly 2560x 1440 pixels, also designated as QHD or 1440p, delivers roughly 1.7 times the pixel count of standard Full HD. This resolution has achieved immense popularity among PC gamers and owners of 27-inch desktop monitors. On a display of that size, traditional 1080p can start looking slightly pixelated, whereas 2K provides the ideal pixel density. The image becomes incredibly smooth, jagged edges disappear, and text characters look as sharp as printed ink. It is a premier choice for software developers, graphic designers, and writers, offering expansive workspace clarity. 4K. 4K 3840x 2160 pixels, officially known as Ultra HD or UHD, is the premium modern standard for home theaters, next-gen gaming consoles, and professional cinematography. Packing 4 times the pixel volume of Full HD, it guarantees breathtaking image depth and lifelike realism. In 4K, minute elements like individual blades of grass, skin pores, or grains of sand become distinct. Watching 4K content on a large display is a spectacular experience, though it demands powerful hardware processing, vast storage space, and a fast, stable internet connection to stream smoothly. 8K 7600 and 80x 4320 pixels is a cutting-edge resolution that unleashes a massive 33 million pixels, quadrupling the clarity of 4K. This astronomical pixel density makes the underlying digital grid entirely invisible to the human eye, even when standing directly in front of a massive 100-inch television. Images possess an almost three-dimensional realism. Currently, 8K is in its early adoption phase. Native content is scarce and compatible displays remain expensive. It is primarily utilized in medical imaging, scientific research, and commercial film production for flexible cropping during editing. 16K 15360x 8640 pixels is an experimental futuristic format boasting an incredible 132 million pixels, making it 16 times sharper than 4K. Because the human eye cannot distinguish between 8K and 16K at normal viewing distances, this standard is not intended for standard residential living rooms. Instead, its primary applications include massive IMAX theater screens, giant stadium advertising boards, planetarium domes, and next-generation virtual reality headsets where displays sit directly against the eyes. Processing 16K requires industrial-grade computing power and specialized high-bandwidth data architecture. 32K, typically measuring 30720x 17280 pixels, is a theoretical resolution standard of the distant future, pushing display technology into the realm of absolute sensory saturation. Boasting a staggering 530 million pixels per frame, it quadruples the density of 16K and delivers 64 times the structural detail of standard 4K. At this level of fidelity, individual pixels transcend the limitations of human visual acuity entirely, meaning the image remains completely indistinguishable from physical reality even when viewed through a magnifying glass. Developing displays, cameras, and processing units capable of driving a 32K signal requires monumental technological shifts, as traditional silicon and copper data interfaces cannot support the massive terabit per second bandwidth demands. Instead of home entertainment, this format is envisioned for massive architectural projection mapping, photorealistic flight simulators, and advanced neural-linked virtual reality environments where digital screens must perfectly mimic the exact resolution of the human retina.